Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the World of Movie Melee. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, back again for another matchup in the singles division. Don't adjust your video. You have seen them play, just not one-on-one yet this season. It's going to be a good one. Joining me today is the best co-host in all of Edmonton in Canada. It's Jack. How you doing, Jack?
That is the nicest thing anyone in this community has ever said about me. So I'm doing very well. Thank you. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. You are absolutely the best Canadian that co-hosts Melee consistently on the desk from Edmonton. Unless Dylan's from Edmonton, then you lose, but still.
He's in Saskatchewan, I think, so I don't think so.
Close. Anyway, today we have Adelaide, Spence, and Zachary, Shelton taking each other on one-on-one. Last time we saw them play, they were in the fatal five-way play-in where Zach ended up pulling up the win overall. Spence coming a very close second place in that, and they were pretty head-to-head throughout that. So now they're going to get a chance to play each other again one-on-one, and I think it's going to be a good one. Last time we saw them individually, both went out in round one of the tournament in very tough matches. Spence by a point to the number 2 seed, Matt Cuellar, and Zach in round one found himself playing a very tough draw by being in the top 10 and taking on Mr. Oh gosh, I just totally blanked. Jack, do you remember? I totally just blanked on who Zach plays.
Very tough opponent.
Very tough opponent. Amaro. That's what it was. Amaro.
Oh yeah, that's
Amaro.
right.
That's what it was. Yeah. See, it was a tough top 10 seed draw to win the play-in, and Zach put a valiant effort. So, seeing these two face off now, it's gonna be a good one. So we'll go ahead and we'll interview our players first, starting with Mr. Shelton. You had a really phenomenal performance when you won your play-in, above a 90% accuracy. I think you kind of shocked a lot of people by coming into that one. And then you did really well in that round one match of the tournament. So now you're back in the second half of the year. How are you feeling about playing Spence?
Good. Yes, I had a really great match against Rue. I think I only lost by a point to him, and it was just a back and forth match with that. But that's now in the past, and I'm ready to go forward and show and see what kind of knowledge I have with the questions today.
For sure. I like the confidence. So okay, we'll wish you the best of luck, and we'll bring in your opponent, Adelaide Spence, their manager today, the hunkiest of little chefs, that is Matthew Chen. You have had a historic legacy in this league of losing games by a point, literally by a point, every loss except one. Are you hoping to maybe remedy that today? How do you feel about being back in the ring this season? I know you were not sure you were going to be back this season, but you're here. So how are you feeling?
I have a lot of thoughts. Matthew, what do you think?
I think, Spence, you are going to do great today. Yeah, go for it.
This is the least that we've talked ever in a promo.
I love the little words from the Rogue Nation right now. It's uncharacteristic.
Yeah, I've been in China. I haven't been back for a while.
It's Pride Month. I don't need to do any effort. I can just sit back and just reap the benefits of the straight people.
Very fair. We're going to go ahead and get into round number one with tricks like this. You're each going to get 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of general movie trivia. Should you get all 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number one? Nope. All right, then your first question will come in the category of crime. What decade does LA Confidential take place during? Jack, I feel like you have a lot of confidential secrets that you hold close to the vest and then forget because you smoke a lot.
I mean, to be fair, yesterday was the first day in 2 weeks that I did smoke. So, there's that.
It's improvement. I'm proud of your improvement. It's just very easy to make the joke of there's a lot of secrets that you have that you don't remember. 5,
it's true.
4, 3, 2, 1. You're the best person to tell a secret to. Pens down. We're going to go to Spence.
1930s.
And we're going to go to Zach.
I guess the 1960s.
Ooh, both incorrect, shooting just around the 1950s. Look for the 1950s. So no perfect rounds. As we get to the second question for Mr. Menchaca.
Yeah, and your second question will come in the category of the 2010s. Your question. What is the name of the old Western show that Rick Dalton starred on in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? This is This is a movie I've only seen one time. It was in the theater with my dad, and I've been meaning to rewatch it. I've just never gotten around to it. I really
enjoy it. I enjoy it the more I watch. I like this one. R.I.P. Rick Dalton.
R.I.P. Rick Dalton.
2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Zach first.
I didn't remember it, but I guess Guns Ablaze.
We will go to Spence.
Tarantino's worst movie, Bounty Law.
Bounty Law is correct. The opinion is not. So Spence will take the 1-0 lead as we get to the third question in the category of the Oscars. Who won Best Supporting Actor for films released in 2004?
That is a very disrespectful take from one Adelaide Spence, considering that, Death Proof exists.
And Death Proof's not even like Tarantino's worst. To be honest with you. It's his worst.
I mean, it's 3.5 stars. It's still good. It's still good.
Man doesn't really miss. 5.
No, he doesn't.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Spence.
Morgan Freeman.
And we'll go to Zach.
I guess Alan Arkin.
Morgan Freeman is correct. So
Shit.
2-0 lead as we get to the fourth question from Mr. Pinchuk.
Which comes in the category of classics. And your question is, Lawrence of Arabia takes place during which war?
We've been alive for many a war in our lives.
Yes.
The fandom wars of 2020. What a time to be alive.
The War on Taste.
Eternally
The Boatman Macmillan Initiative. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Zach.
I didn't have anything.
We'll go to Spence.
World War One.
World War One is correct. So that'll be a 3-0 lead for Spence to get to the fifth question of the category of animated movies. Who voices Hades in Hercules? Hercules.
This movie fucking rules. This movie's great.
Honestly, it's in competition for being the pound-for-pound funniest movie Disney's ever put out.
That's fair.
I'd say this, Emperors, and Aladdin. Like, they go back and forth for what's the pound-for-pound funniest thing they've ever put out.
I'd probably go Emperor's New Groove.
4. That's very fair. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Maybe Tangle. 2. Pens down. We'll go to Spence.
I think it's funny. James Woods.
And we'll go to Zach.
James Woods.
James Woods is correct. 4-1 as we get to the next question from Mr. Pinchuk.
And your question will come in the category of the 1980s. Your question is, in A Fish Called Wanda, what are the thieves attempting to steal? Now, I've been told that this is a movie I'd really like. I've just never gotten to it.
I really like this one. So I have a take about this that I'll say for the next question as to not give any like hints or feelings. But Boat and I share this take, and we love this film. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Zach.
I guess Diamond.
And we'll go to Spence.
Diamonds.
Diamond's correct. So it'll be 5-2 to get your ultimate question.
Really
category of
quickly,
director.
can I bring in Matthew?
Sure.
All right, Matthew. Petty challenge. I believe it's multiple diamonds. Should I do anything about that, or do you think I should just save it for later?
I think we should save it for later.
Okay.
Just like
That's
they're
fair. Yeah, I was iffy already. I just wanted to be sure. All right, never mind.
Okay, no challenge. So I'm going to move on to your penultimate question in the category of directors. Who directed Coming Home and The Last Detail? I like saying words in fun syllables. So my take on A Fish Called Wanda, Jack, is that it is a Monty Python film. It's just missing like 3 members of Monty Python. It's got 2 of them primarily featured in like the cast and like creation, but it's missing the one that's dead. And
Interesting. I have no idea who's in that movie.
2. Oh, you're gonna love it then. 1. Pens down. We'll go to Spence.
More Monty Python movies need death by steamroller. Hal Ashby.
And Zach.
I guess Ron Howard.
Hal Ashby is correct. So we'll go to your final question of the round. 6-2 is Jack will give you your final question of the round.
And yes, and your final question round comes in the category of sports. Words are hard. Your question is, Michael Orr is the subject of what football film?
Fucking.
Jack, you ever played sports of any kind?
I have. I was on. I played hockey for years. I played volleyball for years. I played baseball for a few years as well. Never played football though.
I've never like.
For a year.
I would never have pegged you for an athlete. 5, 4,
Volleyball.
3, 2,
Big
1.
volleyball player in
Then
my
down
house.
we'll go to Zach,
The Blind Side.
and we'll go to Spence.
Just can't fucking go perfect. Blindside.
The blind side is correct. So at the end of round number 1, I have Spence in the lead with 7, Zach with 3, but I didn't think I was getting round number 2, which is the wheel round, and it works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the Love and Wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the categories you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but it devalues it down to being only worth 1. If you don't like what you land on the first time, you can spin again, but you're stuck with it on that second time. I believe all 3 repeats are still in effect, and both challenges are in effect. As Jack will bring up the wheel for me. There it is. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Oscar-nominated Judy Garland, pre-2010s Chris Evans, drama, mystery thriller, westerns, 2000s, musicals, and the 1980s. Spencer, you're in the lead, so I'll bring in your manager for today. Would you like to go first or defer to Mr. Shelton?
The things I want are very few, so I would say we defer.
Okay, yeah, let's defer.
All right, so I'll put Matthew in the back, and this will be the first spin for Mr. Shelton. Lands on the category of westerns. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Spin again.
All right, you'll be stuck with every land on this
Ban
spin.
Western from Melee.
And it lands on opponent's choice. So we'll bring back Matthew in. This
Okay.
decision will be made.
I want to keep things I want on the wheel. So I say give him Westerns, and I can try and pick up a couple steals. But he'll go multiple choice on all of them.
Okay, I'm good with that. Yeah, I was
Right.
gonna say I think Westerns is probably a good choice.
All right. Yeehaw.
All right, westerns it is. Jack, would you like to go ahead and give Mr. Sheldon's question in the category of westerns?
For sure. Let me just find that category real quick, and then I'll do that. All right. Zach, your first question in the category of westerns. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Your first question. What actor directed and starred in the 1960 western The Alamo?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, Orson Welles, B, Gary Cooper, C, Charles Lawton, or D, John Wayne.
I'm going to guess B.
That is unfortunately incorrect. Spence, chance for the 1-point steal. Your multiple choice options are A, Orson Welles, B, Gary Cooper, C, Charles Lawton, or D, John Wayne.
John Wayne.
John Wayne is correct for 1-point steal. Zach, your second question. What is the specific profession of Will Kane in High Noon?
Give him multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are A, Sheriff, B, Ranger, C, Marshal, or D, Deputy.
Can I get a repeat of the answers?
For sure. Your multiple choice options once again are A, Sheriff, B, Ranger, C, Marshal, or D, Deputy.
I'm going to guess C.
C is correct for 1 point. Your third question. In 1960s The Magnificent Seven, James Coburn's character, Britt, is an expert in what?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, guns, B, knives, C, explosives, or D, horseback riding.
I'm going to guess B.
B is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question in Westerns. Who stars as Jane Hammond in Jane Got a Gun?
Give me multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Hilary Swank, B, Rooney Mara, C, Natalie Portman, or D, Rosamund Pike.
I think it's C.
C is correct for 1 point. And your final question. In Giant, Bick meets Leslie while on a trip to Maryland to buy what?
Give me multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, wood, B, horses, C, oil tanks, or D, a second farm.
I'm going to guess B.
B is correct for 1 point. With that, I have Zach getting a score up to 7, but with the 1 point steal, Spence gets their score up to 8.
That's exactly what I have. So we'll bring back the wheel for Spence's turn as well as their manager, Mr. Jen.
Yeah. And the wheel.
We're on an
Move.
Edmonton delay.
Yeet.
There it is. All right, so this will be the first spin for Spence. Spin is away. You land on drama. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
At this point, I'm not scared. I'd just go for the big shot.
Okay. Then
Go with that.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, boost that shit.
Whoosh it.
All right,
Okay.
you're stuck with every land on this whooshing of said shit. You land on drama. You are stuck with the category of drama.
Oh,
There you
No
go.
choice for you.
Fuck.
All right, so
right, you got
will
this.
say goodbye to you. Oh, there was another talking. Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know if you had anything to say.
he's just hunky.
All right. He's just very hunky. Spence, your first question, the category of drama. What does the title refer to in The Goldfinch?
Oh, fuck you. Oh my god. What is multiple choice?
Your multiple choice options are A, a painting, B, a hotel, C, a plane, or D, a necklace.
Painting.
That's correct for 1 point. Your second question. Who plays C.C. Baxter's boss, Jeff D. Sheldrake, in The Apartment?
Fred McMurray.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who directed The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Ben Stiller.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your fourth question. Jack Nicholson's character retired from what profession in terms of endearment?
Fuck. Therapist.
That is incorrect. Zach, chance for the 2-point steal.
Am I able to get a repeat of the question?
It would cost you a repeat, but
Yeah.
you can.
That's fine.
All right, that is your first repeat. Jack Nicholson's character retired from what profession in terms of endearment?
Doctor?
That is also incorrect. We're looking for astronaut. Astronaut.
Oh.
And your final question, Spence. What was the last film directed by Joel Cohen to feature Frances McDormand?
Oh, fuck. Did he direct? Wait, no, he wasn't. Wait, no. She. Wait, who the fuck was that? Who was that? Right? Yeah, that's right. The Tragedy of Macbeth.
That is correct for
Oh, thank
2
God.
more points. So at the end of their spin, Spence has the lead 15 to Zach 7. Anything can happen is we get round number 3, which is the new and improved Pick Your Poison round, and it works like this. We are going to give you 8 categories. You will be drafting back and forth until all categories are selected. Once all categories are drafted off the board, you will be getting questions 1 apiece from said categories. Your opponent will not be getting any questions from said category. You can choose at what point value between 1, 2, 3, and 4 you'd like to get the question in. You can answer in any order of point value as you see fit. We go until there's a mathematical elimination. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
All right, then. Spence, I will bring in Mr. Chen for you, and you get the first pick. Your categories on the board to draft from today are 2000s, romantic comedies, scores and soundtracks, directors, drama, animation, sci-fi, fantasy, and mystery thrillers. I'll make sure those are in the chat for you guys to see as well.
Animated.
Yeah, I think
All right,
that's
first wrong.
Mhm.
Take that first.
Right, animation off the board, and Jack, do you have the categories in the chat, or do you need me to move them?
I do not have them in the chat. No.
Okay, I'll put them here real quick before we continue further.
Plan ahead.
Yep, I already did that. So.
Oh, perfect. All right. Then as I put these in the chat just for posterity, then animation is off the board. You can draft whatever you would like. Besides that, Zach.
I will go with the 2000s.
2000s. All right, that is off the board. Spence, do you need me to finish typing, or are you still good?
Matthew, I think he'd want sci-fi fantasy next, so take that.
All right, go for it.
Okay, sci-fi fantasy.
Okay. Zach, your next pick.
I will go with drama.
All right, drama it is. Spence, you get the next pick.
Directors.
Yeah, directors.
Okay, Zach, you get the next pick.
Romantic comedies.
All right. And Spence, your final pick.
What's the one that's not scores and soundtracks?
Mystery thrillers.
I'll take that. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Thrillers and Zach, that leaves you with scores and soundtracks. All right. So with that, Zach, you are behind, so you get to choose what question and category you'd like first. For your first question, your categories being 2000s drama, rom-coms, and scores and soundtracks.
Okay. I will go with rom-coms for 2.
All right, rom-coms at the 2-point value. It is. Your question is,
Matthew.
who stars as Zach in She's All That? Oh, sorry, Matthew's still here. Go ahead. Beautiful man.
Is it Channing Tatum?
That is incorrect. We're looking for Freddie Prinze Jr. Freddie Prinze Jr. All right, so we will stay with you for what category would you like and what point value would you like to take that category at next?
Let's just get out of the way. Scores and soundtracks for 1.
Scores and soundtracks for 1. It is. Your question is, who composed the most scores for the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
I'm saying Klaus Badelt.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Adelaide Spence. We were looking for Hans Zimmer. So we'll go ahead. We'll put our players in the back. Jack, solid game all around. We get to see the new round 3 in effect, the different strategies in place. I thought this was a good match. Your thoughts?
Oh, I thought this was a great match. Spence, possibly the unluckiest player in Melee / Warzone history, finally catching a break. Losing every match, but won by 1 point. This was definitely a much needed win for them. They played a lights out round 1 and did well in a round 2 category that they may not have necessarily wanted, but was able to get enough points. Zach, well, round one may not have gone the way one was saddled with opponent's choice. So that's always a tough match to win, regardless. So no, and did his best in the category he got. Just Spence played a killer round one and took the game from there.
Very true. So we'll go ahead. We'll get into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second place finisher today, Mr. Zach Shelton. Not a bad game whatsoever. Just kind of an unlucky spin with opponent's choice, and just it's kind of hard to come back from that. But you put up a solid effort. How do you feel about your game?
And this is not great, but this is the true for any trivia match. It's like it's all based on the questions, and there were just in round one, just a lot of ones I just didn't know, and I tried as hard as I could to navigate a category in round two that I was just not very proficient in. And then maybe I could have gone a different combination in round three, but I did what I did. So
for sure. Well, not the outcome you were hoping for, but is there anyone you are hoping to face off with next time you get back in the ring?
there is, and I think I did mention it to you, after his last match in the tournament, Thomas Scully said he would play anyone who needs a confidence boost. And I'm going to just throw my name out there. Why not?
All right. Well, I will have to contact Scully's representation and see if there's a match you take. But we'll see if that's something we can work out. We will see you very soon. Thank you so much for playing, and we hope you do come back and play again. We'll bring in our winner today. Not often on this side of the interview, but they did it. I think it's your first win in singles in a year.
Well, I won my retirement match, but prior to that, it was Abby in 2020.
It's been a long time since you've gotten a win in this league in singles. How are you feeling? Not just a win by technical knockout. That's gotta feel good.
Matthew can account. I was freaking out. Like for an hour before this match started, I was like, I am fucked. Because we saw on the wheel. I made a brand new strength for this division. I give a shit now. And I just losing to him in the play-in made me just freaked me out. It's like, oh, I'm gonna lose again. What's the point of playing this match? So why make a new strength? Why study 80% of the category that he picked when it was mostly shit movies? I really needed this. It's the vote of confidence that I need going forward. If I win the next match, or would I win? I don't know. But it's at least like this is the time that I don't just need to get like a layup of a fucking retirement match and a debut to actually do. Like I can actually win a match on average. An average match I can actually do well.
Very, very true. Very well said. It is an exciting moment. I can see all over you guys to see you win. You're not done this year. Shockingly surprising. You're not done. You'll be back in another singles match within the season. I don't think I'm at liberty to discuss the potential opponents you'll be facing, but is there anyone you're hoping to play coming up this season?
I have a friend who has a certain address book, and all I need is a lighter, a rag, bottle of vodka, and I will fucking burn Jack Pinchuk's house to the ground if I can play him.
Fucking do this, eh?
I'll do it right now, bitch. Run it back. We got a whole document of questions. I'll be.
I will kick your ass.
I have never seen two teammates with so much vitriol.
Maple syrup loving ass.
You settle your clients down.
Cocky.
Incredible game. Congratulations on your win. We will see you very soon. I think we had a good one here. New round 3 is a fun one to see people take different approaches, different strategies, and I'm excited to see how it continues going forward. Big moment for Spence. Zach will definitely be back. Solid contender in this league. So we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this one up with a nice little bow. Thank you so much for watching Movie Melee. For everyone here, that has been Spence, that has been Zach, that has been Matthew, that has been Jack, I have been Caleb, and this has been Movie Melee. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the
castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.